Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Again, we're all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our official website, thestephennightshow.com. Where you can get your merch. We have some new things coming out, so look out for that. And then also subscribe to us on YouTube, Stephen Knight Show. We appreciate you. All right, well, Boosie is under fire for his response to Lil Nas X trolling him, with many feeling that the older rapper took things too far. In a now deleted tweet, Boosie hurled homophobic slurs at Lil Nas X and told him to kill himself. Now, if you know this, there have been a lot of things online about, because Boosie's been very outspoken about Lil Nas X thinking he does too much on his live TV performances and things like that. And so anyway, well, it all started when Lil Nas X went live and he jokingly told his fans that he and Boosie were working on a song together. Boosie has threatened and criticized Lil Nas X unprovoked several times in recent months, but the response to Lil Nas X Saturday crossed the line with many. He tweeted, I'm saying as nice as I can. He said, "Stop trolling me, F word, LOL. You are a whole B playing with a gangster, shaking my head. You can keep sucking and getting in your and peace and hashtag you hate yourself. I would too if I were you, LOL. Nas X, if you hashtag commit suicide, you would do the world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here." People were astonished by Boosie's hate speech. Boosie deleted the initial post, but threw some sub tweets towards Lil Nas X in his place. Lil Nas X came back with his own response, once again trolling Boosie and showing how unbothered he was by the nasty things he said. He wrote, "I'm truly saddened. I have never been so mortified in my life. I can't believe Disney Channel has yet to play Halloween Town this entire October." That's what Lil Nas X wrote back in response. So, Chike.
Why you pick me first? Oh man. How old are these people?
Lil Nas X is like 20. And
Boosie is 38. He looks 60, but go ahead.
He was in his 40s. Okay, so he's 38.
No, he's 38.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just say it like this. This is, I guess, to Lil Boosie. Nas X is of this generation. Whether you like him or you don't like him, he's here and he's successful. People like him.
Why?
And you're playing his game, dude. You're playing his game. All this is hype. You're making that man more money. Just go somewhere. Just go somewhere. And I'm not saying it in an ignorant way, but just do something else. Ignore. Do something else. Be above it. What Michelle Obama said, when they go low, you go high. Do that. Or you go high, however it goes. You know what I'm saying.
I was reading comments online, and it was like, I guess Lil Nas X is dressed up as a woman for some photo shoot. And I was reading comments, so I said, they said Boosie killing himself right now because he cannot stand Lil Nas X. Nayyir, what do you think about this? Did he go too far?
For Boosie, did he go too far? That's Boosie. You know, he's out for as long as I've known him since I was listening to him in like 2005. He's always been like that. Boosie always been, he says what he says and he stands on what he stands on. I wouldn't say those things, and I think they're mean. I think they're mean, they're angry, they're anger-filled, they're hateful, and they're unnecessary. I don't think that's good energy. But that's me, that's him. Nothing unusual for what I've known about him for quite some time. And that's how he is.
Yeah.
He's apparently a good guy to the people he does like. People he does care for, you know, he's a good guy apparently, but that kind of diminishes the fact when you are this way to people you don't like or care about. You know, I think you should be just as graceful.
Lynia.
So I know none of his music. And I really only come to know.
Wipe me down.
Huh?
Wipe me down.
What's that?
Wipe me down. Wipe me down. You know that old song. Look, L Boogie.
I really don't. I really don't.
Y'all know that song, right? Yeah. L Boogie, you know that song. Stop it.
I really don't.
What? That's crazy.
I really don't. So, okay, so Lil Nas X is in his 20s and Boosie is 2 years away from 40, but of course he looks older from a lot of partying. I don't understand how you are allowing this young man to get under your skin the way that he does, where you just go completely left, like what Lil Nas X really does have power over you, but it's weird because you have 8 children by 6 different women, and this little boy got all this power over you. For you to come out and act a plum fool, I see that he has no filter because he's been on Vlad TV several times and he says what he wants to say. Sometimes you can't say what you want to say. You really can't. And if you don't know how to say it tactfully, there's a way to say things and be tactful. He don't even know how to spell tact. So we're not even gonna go there. But I don't understand. He has an unhealthy infatuation with Lil Nas X, whether he wants to admit it or not.
Mike Tyson had a conversation with him about this, and Mike
Yeah,
Tyson, and he wasn't rah around Mike Tyson, you know, which is interesting, you know. So it's him, but you know, it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary.
Completely.
Unnecessary. Yeah.
Completely. I guarantee you, watching the next year or so, they're gonna have a song together.
Right. And the crazy thing is, he's kind of started this whole thing with Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X, he would always go hard on his performances and things like that, and saying he was, you know, he didn't approve of what he was doing on stage. But he already is upset because he said that he was losing money out of his pocket by being kicked off of Instagram. And now you're on Twitter telling someone to kill themselves. They said you'll be kicked off that next. I mean, you know what I mean? That's
so I have a question, and I know this won't get answered. This is a whole different kind of discussion, but it applies to this. I personally don't understand people of color or people that are marginalized being hateful and bigoted and mean. I don't understand that, because you as a person of a minority are persecuted and hated upon, and you know what that feels like. Why would you do that to somebody else? I never understood that. Never.
People model the behavior that they are shown. So you know, it's hard, it's rare that people break that. It's rare. They do a lot of work on themselves. You know, but usually the easiest route is for people to just model the behavior that they know.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, because it all kind of started, he was saying that Lil Nas X was inappropriate on television and it wasn't good for his kids to see stuff like that. But then he was the same person that went out and said he hired a prostitute.
A stripper. Yeah, a stripper or prostitute for his kid. And like they would smoke, he let them smoke weed and drink.
To give him head so he made sure he wasn't gay.
Yeah, and I guarantee they did that to him when he was younger. I guarantee it's the same type of thing.
What kind of music does he make? What's in his videos?
Boosie?
Yes.
Oh, everything you could think of. Misogynistic.
Okay,
heavily. Drugs,
someone's
murder.
child was watching you. You got probably a rolling from somebody's kid.
But that's
it's heterosexual. It's different.
Right. Right.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
For him. But it's not.
Children being born, not being taken care of. Okay.
And the thing is, Boosie has a much larger platform. I mean, Lil Nas X is a larger platform.
This is what I'm saying. He's playing the long game. He's playing the long game.
Yeah. All right. Well, earlier this month, I love this story. A woman on social media shared that she was in a new apartment but didn't have any linen. Nevertheless, she was still happy because she was overwhelmed. She had overcome homelessness. She took to Twitter and wrote, "I can't believe I'll be sleeping in my own apartment tonight." And then she continued to say, my homeless journey is almost over. I don't have a blanket or anything, but I don't care because we in this bitch, regardless. Once the tweet started to go around, people on social media asked her for information to send money and gift cards and help her buy blankets, whatever else she may need for her apartment. One person tweeted and asked, "You have Cash App? Definitely down to donate the bedding fund. Congratulations, boo." Another person added, "Shoot me your email so I can shoot you some gift cards to ask your spot, to make your spot feel like home. Proud of you, girl." Asking if she wants anything on Amazon. Another one said, "Anything on Amazon you want, make a registry and people can buy it and they'll ship it to your house. I don't mind to help, please. I don't mind to help. Please let me know." Someone said, "Congratulations, sent you a few bucks, get a little blanket." She sis replied with a Cash App and asking for information about the Amazon wish list. One person said, and people were screenshotting gifts that they got her and posted it online. Someone said, well, a lot of people were thinking when they heard this story, Nah, because this is why I love people sometimes. This comment section is full of nothing but givers and good people. Nayyir, I see you shake your head. When you saw the story, what'd you think?
That's beautiful, beautiful. I didn't see that story. I'm hearing about it, but it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Especially during this time of the year, man. This is my favorite time of the year. I know it's a hard time for many, many people, and my sympathies are with them. Definitely for those in my life who is a hard time for. But I love that about people during this time of the year. I just love that. It gives me a boost for at least the first part of the year, coming up.
Yeah.
Love it. Kudos to her and to everyone who's contributed, small and large.
Absolutely. Lynia?
I mean, good for her. I will say this. I guess I'm guarded about my life. You know what you know. And for me, I guess I don't know, if I had the chutzpah, because I was homeless for a year. Stuff in my car. My son was straight though. He was staying with a relative. Stuff in my car for a year. Nobody knew. I ain't tell nobody. I ain't want to tell nobody. So, for people to put that kind of, like, people put a lot out on social media. I'm happy that it worked out for her. I would only hope that it's true. Because of course I'm always skeptical when it comes to things like that. And versus sending her money, definitely the gift cards, but you still don't know if it's true or not. But it's weird. I would not have never thought to be like, yeah, and put it up. I don't know nothing about what I'm doing and what I'm going through. But yeah, I mean, God bless her and God bless the people, that gave, you know what I mean, in order to help her out.
Chike?
All I can think about is the kindness of those people. And, and just when you write humankind off and say that they're nothing but savage animals and all they care about is a dollar, being very capitalistic, looking at people fighting over masks and who's vaccinated and who's not. But then when you hear someone's homeless, you all rally together to help somebody feel more at home in their new home. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. That's where we need to be as a society, not that other stuff.
Right.
Not Squid Game.
Yeah. Well, I was on my neighborhood app one night because I had to check on her sometimes see what's going on. And this woman had posted, I'm embarrassed to say this, I have no food, not even for me or my dog. Please help. The first comment said to someone in the comment said, I can help out, and someone commented, girl, it's a scam. But there was over 100 and some people who responded. People were asking for Cash App. They were saying, we can send you stuff from Amazon. We send you stuff from Instacart. I mean, I was just reading the responses. It had me over like, wow, there are some good people. And one woman commented, she said, I thought it was just me. I don't have food for me and my dog either. You know what I mean? It was just like, but just the fact that so many people wanted to help. They wanted to come by and drop off groceries, whatever they could do. One girl, she said, I'm in college, I don't have much, but I can definitely send something. You know what I mean? So it just shows there are some good people, in this world.
Yeah, just really quick to piggyback. And I agree, El Boogie hit it on the head with the fact that, it's unfortunate that there are a few bad apples that make you skeptical. I think that we should be skeptical. We should remain that way. But if it's in your heart and your intention is pure, you're giving purely,
right? I
think that comes back to you in the best way possible, because you don't know. We don't know. But if you're moved by it and it feels right and you give out of that, I think that's a good place to give from, rather than, I can give her a couch and I can try to get up in the DMs and I'm a smash. That type of giving is not probably appropriate. But if you're giving out of that place where Chike was talking about, I think that's all we can do, because we don't know. You don't know about that guy who comes up to your car and says, can I get some money? I ain't eat all. You don't know. You don't know,
That's true.
But you also got to be, you don't just give to everybody, I think.
Right.
Yeah. Like whoever just said you feel it, I mean, I've seen stuff online that, it caught me. And I'd be like, well, this is all I can do, but I know it's better than nothing. And I ain't expecting nothing in return. I go about my business. I be done, forgot that I did it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is our last story. This one's crazy. Well, it's no secret that blind dates can be awkward, but they can also be pretty expensive, especially when you try to finesse your date into paying for your entire family. And this is a hard lesson that one woman had to learn when she invited 23 of her family members on a blind date to test the generosity of the man who was set to have dinner with. The backlash cost to a tune of thousands of dollars. Now, New York Post reports a woman in China, she got the shock of her life when her elaborate scheme to test how generous her blind date was backfired in a very expensive way. While the man, identified as Mr. Liu, was waiting for his blind date to arrive, he couldn't believe his eyes when she arrived with 23 members of her family and expected him to put the bill for all of them. Although he initially agreed to pay for the date between them two, all that changed when she brought almost 30 people, extra people. As a result, he left her and her family with an incredibly large $3,100 bill after telling them they should pay, and they refused. The two were set up on the blind date by his mother, who wanted him to meet someone nice and hopefully settle down. When asked by the local media outlet why the woman thought it was a good idea to invite her whole family to the date meant for two, she explained that she wanted to test the date's generosity before committing to a serious relationship. We can probably guess they'll never see each other again. Chike, what was this woman thinking?
Good for you, Mr. Wu. She's crazy. She's straight crazy. Not only is she straight crazy though, but on some real, they could have been impoverished and probably needed a meal, and they were trying to get a meal off of this dude. But like, what made you think that you could bring 23 people on a date?
Right.
On 23? A date though, a blind date, a blind one.
Lynia.
She lost her rabbit ass mind. There's no way. No way. Too awful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for having enough sense. Because it sounded like he still ate the meal, but he left them with the bill.
Sure did.
So
he came up with the free meal.
Because he stayed there and he had some food, but he was like, oh, I'm out after this. He probably calculated in his head how much he spent on his meal and said that I am out. And I don't know what planet she live on for her to think that that was okay for her to do, period. I had to do, act like he left his wallet. Ma'am, can I pay for my stuff? I don't know what he gonna do, I'm out. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what happened. I rolled up out, left him right there with them people trying to figure out how he was gonna pay.
Right.
Oh, that happened to you?
Yeah, that happened to me a long time ago.
Wait.
A long time ago.
Okay, so what happened?
I went out with a dude. He's always like, let me take you out. Okay. Get to the restaurant. You know, we eating and drinking, not a lot, eating and drinking. Oh man, I ain't got my wallet. Word? Let me look at this bill. Okay. I slid off to the bathroom and I got the waitress. I said, look, listen, this motherfucker ain't got no money. I want to pay my tab for my stuff. Can you look that up for me? She was like, I got you. Paid my shit and slid right on the hell up out of there. Got in my car and left.
Wow.
This is before my boyfriend, of course.
Right, of course.
Listen, I done been through some. We have a show about dating horror stories. Oh, I got some for you.
And now, I know you're a married man now, but can you imagine you used to go on a blind date and 24 people come to the one you're supposed to meet for the first time?
I can't imagine that. But, to be fair, I don't know the setup. I just to be fair, I don't know. Did he sell her some idea that he was a millionaire or a billionaire or super rich?
Regardless.
But I'm saying, hear me out. I'm just saying, I don't know their conversation, the setup. Did he say something like, I would take care of anybody?
He agreed to pay for her meal.
Right. But so I know the news line, I hear the headline, but I don't, to be fair, I really don't know. I think it's wild. For sure. I wouldn't test it, even if he did bring it up in jest. Even if he said, just to take you out, it doesn't matter who you bring, I'll pay for everybody. Like if he said that, right?
No, his mom set it up.
I know. But if there was conversation, dialogue between them somehow, who knows? I'm just saying. To be fair, but
Nayyir,
do I still think it's
Nayyir?
Even on the
Nayyir.
blindness of it though, Nayyir, it's
Yeah, yeah.
blind. It was a
Yeah.
blind date.
Blind date.
I think the problem is the story is so outrageous. Now I just can't understand it.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Right now, Steven. He's not
To be-
Now he's trying to get his man a pass. I mean, the girl a pass. Something had to be said.
What's wrong with you?
It's wild. It's wild. It's wild.
Nayyir, I want you as a lawyer if I ever get in trouble.
Hello?
Now he gonna find out one way to get this woman right.
But how do you know that Chike really did it? He really do it.
Listen, y'all, thank you so much for Hot Topics. When we come back, part one of our interview with health and wellness expert Von Scales. Right back after this.
Oh, God.